Hello, brothers and sisters of Light and Dark. Welcome to your doom. And we're to talk about common sense from a Gen X perspective, Indigo Child perspective, INGF perspective. I know I got a lot of haters, but of course, I know there are a lot of procreators too, and also procrastinators. But when I speak about stuff, a lot of guys can't contend, so they'll take some of my advice and just try to copy it, but it's okay, it's okay. I don't mind it. I'm not looking for attention or ambition. All right, let's get on with the topic for today. Today's topic will be about the happiness of a man versus the happiness of a woman. I've already said this time and time again. Most of you beta males, simps and tricks, haven't been taught by any type of pimps. Oh, that all rhyme together, right? You don't understand the psychology of women. But when I say the happiness of women is like a delusion, some women get up in their panties and like, oh, how dare he says that, I'm like, think about it. I'll ask a woman, what do you have in common with men that men like to do? Because men, to me, are more happier than women overall, even though they commit more seppuku or suicide than them. That's crazy, right? And let me make myself very clear here. When I talk about the suicide rates, I'm talking about those men who had actually something to do, but they just felt lonely, so they had to off themselves because, a lot of incels, they go through hardships in their lives and they just don't have no one to be with, so they just off themselves, okay? Those are those guys who do that, okay? Because they couldn't find nobody. But they were ultimately happy in the end. They had something to do, right? But when I ask a female, okay, what do you do like a man, to make you happy? When I'm on the basketball court, who do I see mostly on the basketball court? I see guys, okay? I see kids. I see boys. I don't see girls. I see boys. When I ask girls, I say, what do you like to do for fun? They technically do not have a lot of fun things that they do. Reading is not a fundamental type of thing. It's not really fun, okay? See, most guys, they like to play outdoor sports. They're gamers. They keep their minds lost in a world that women can't compete with because that's really too hard for them. Okay, so that's what I mean by fun. Keeping yourself occupied with something that's entertaining. Now, reading is boring because two people can't read. If you want to do that, you can be creative and do that, right? Big Katie, how you been? You bothering me? Look at her. Look at this kitten's eyes here. Look at it. Just have such a pretty face. Look at the pretty face. I'm not gonna eat you. I'm not gonna eat you. I'm not gonna come and visit me. I'm not gonna eat you. All right. Anyway, y'all ain't gonna listen to me. A woman's happiness is a delusion. Okay, a delusion conclusion, illusion, delusion conclusion. And when I say this, I say, hey, why don't you I had tried to get my ex-wife to play video games, okay? And she plays games with me, but it was a false reality in her sense. She was only doing that just to make me happy. And then I asked her, okay, why don't you play basketball with me? That was a false reality as well. Most women are not physically active women, okay? They're just not, okay? All right? And women know this, okay? I said, what do you do for fun with men? Do you talk about cars? Do you talk about guns? Do you have some sort of particular type of hobby or skill that men like? So when you get with him, you get bored. I'm a therapist. I'm going to tell you straight up. Okay, I've already told you this many, many times. But when women tell me they divorced their husbands, it's because they got bored. I'm like, why can't you do the things that the guy is doing to keep yourself preoccupied? Why didn't you share him with other wives if you thinking that, okay, he's going to cheat? Because it's not intended for a good-looking man, especially, to stay focused just on you. Are you procreating enough? Do you have enough children for the man? Are you keeping yourself busy enough? There's a whole list of things of why women are so boring, okay? Most women, I said most. I didn't say all women because I've talked to a couple tomboys. I got my daughters trying to be like a tomboy, trying to do things physically active like the boys doing, okay? That's the most attractive thing that a woman can do when she wants to keep herself physically fit and mentally sane, all right? And I know a lot of you beta people will disagree with me. I'm sorry. That's just the psychology and me and my experiences of over 20 to 25 years of experience talking to women about boredom, okay, and what their their idea of what fun is. Fun is not going to a club. Anything social when you're not with your man is not technically fun to me, okay? And any mature man doesn't socialize, okay? Alpha men don't really socialize with ordinary people, right? Right, poochies? Poochies, poochies, poochies. Poochies, poochies, poochies. I'll be abusing the hell out of this cat, but she likes it. A woman who likes to be abused and gets turned on by it is a very seductive thing, okay? Right? And so I love to abuse women with love, okay? With love, or you want to call it tough love. And that tough love is not really hard because they're boring species. They're a boring species. Women don't like to do physically, mentally arduous, hard type of things in their minds. They don't like doing those things. Every time I tell her, why don't you do what the guys are doing? I see kids, boys, mainly boys, playing football across the street. I see them moving around. I see them playing games. I see them trying to work on their car or doing something technical, okay? But what do women like to do for fun? They sit on their phones, and be on social media is not fun. They don't know what fun is. They are not taught of what fun is. That's why guys do too much. Guys, I teach guys stop doing so much. Okay, what is she doing at the house? Is she working? Is she bringing in some money so you can take her out to fun places? Okay, right? The whole thing is, it comes down to this, okay? If she's not giving you something, a 2-for-1 deal, you got to reverse all that. You got to take everything back. She's useless, right? You don't want that in your life, guys, okay? Now, if you're a female watching this, you got to be taught on what fun is. You already know, you have a few ideas of what fun is, what guys like to do, right? So start doing those things. Start finding things that you're compatible with men, not just your body, okay? Because what you bring to the table, you are bringing some eggs and milk and cheese, okay, right? If you know what I mean, right? But that's it. That's all you're bringing. That's not enough. You got to bring way more than that, okay, right? And I keep telling women, I say, okay, you're only bringing my eggs because I got to reproduce, okay, because I'm the king. And if you don't like that word king and lord, you're not really religious. You're not really a spiritual person, okay? And I'm not even religious. I just know that respect is like I'm above the woman and God is above me, okay? So there's a form of disrespect there if a woman don't serve you first. There's a lot of nerve women have when that's it. If Jesus came down, how would you treat Jesus? Okay, but he'd be the first to be served because he's Jesus. I said, no, you got it misconstrued. The Bible is just symbology. All that religious stuff is just symbology. If you just do research, you'll know it was created by a man, not by God, because we are gods. If you want to put it that way, Genesis chapter 1, verse 26, and says, and let us create man in our image. That's a bunch of men coming together, okay? That's just common sense type stuff because we are all gods. The word God is just a word play on someone who's more superior over someone else. And I don't want to talk about demiurge gods because they're too powerful. They live for over thousands of years, and they usually reign supreme on this planet for quite some time, either through goodness or kindness or even wickedness, because there's some bad demiurge gods who I read about, okay, who actually existed on this planet, and they're too powerful to even to talk about right here. That's another subject. But anyway, you understand what I'm point. The delusion of most women who think that they're actually doing something fun when they're on their phone is just phenomenal. It's just, that's the problem with most women. They're on the social media. They're not doing things with the men. And then they think they're fun beings. Even when you joke around. I encountered so many sensitive women. I said, I'm a comedian. I'm going to make fun of you. You can make fun of me. I don't care. Just don't go below the belt because I'm a beast when it comes below the belt, right? Okay. A lot of women don't have a good sense of humor like men do, okay? And I say, hey, why don't you do that, okay? Why don't you teach something? That could be fun. Why don't you do something for your kids, okay? That could be fun with the guys. See, the kids always are more drawn towards the fathers, okay? If the father was actually in the house, wink, wink, okay, But other than that, that's all I already got to say about the delusion, conclusion, illusion of women's idea of what fun is, okay? Other than that, that's what I'm going to say. I'm not your average man. I'm not your Peter Pan. And it's about 10 minutes, goddammit. Peace.